Hi there, this is Binay, and in this video we are going to do the full review for the Motorola Moto Z. But before we start, here's the configuration overview. This Motorola Moto Z is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 chipset, which is a quad-core processor. It has an Adreno 530 GPU. It comes with 4GB of RAM, 64GB of internal storage. It sports a 5.5-inch Quad HD Amoled panel, which has a resolution of 1440 x 2560, which makes a 535 pixels per inch. Which is protected by a Gorilla Glass 4. It has a rear 13 megapixel f1.8 lens with optical image stabilization and laser autofocusing system. It has a front 5 megapixel camera with LED flash, a USB Type-C port, a fingerprint scanner, a 2600 mAh battery. And the highlighting point about this device is that a 16-pin magnetic connector which is available on the back of the device. As you can see, this is a 16-pin magnetic connector through which you can connect all the mods. So let's directly start with the review and discuss the positive aspects and negative aspects of the device. Let's first start with the positive aspects. The first thing is the build quality. The build quality is really good on this device. As soon as you hold the device in your hand, you will feel the build quality that you are holding a premium device in your hand. And I must say the device is very thin. It is 5.2 mm thin. Even one of the slimmest devices I have seen ever from Motorola. So no issues regarding the build quality. The entire chassis is made up of metal. Even the back is also metal. So I would say the build quality is really good with this device. Also, this device looks very great and feels very slim in hand. Next thing is the screen quality. The screen quality is really good on this device. It has a 5.5-inch Quad HD AMOLED display. And I must say the screen quality is really good. It is easily visible on the direct sunlight. You don't have to tinker around with the settings to increase or decrease the brightness all the time, because the screen quality, the screen which Motorola has put on this device is very good. The colors look punchier and natural. So no issues regarding the screen quality. Next thing is the sensor. This device has all the sensor that you would expect from any sort of high-end devices. As you can see, it has 32 watt sensors, as you can see, like pedometer, compass, and I also tested with the GPS navigation, and that works really well with this device. So no issues regarding the sensor. Even the pedometer is working really well with this device. It counts your steps accurately. So no issues regarding the sensor. Next thing is the earpiece. The earpiece is good on this device. No issues regarding the earpiece. The calls were very clear. No, the other party also told me that the calls were very clear. There is not something like the muddy calls or something. The earpiece is really great on this device. Next thing is the IR sensors. Yeah, these two are the IR sensors. Let me show you how this works. As you can see, whenever your device is locked and you just wave your hand over it, it will wake the screen up and show you all the notifications which are there on your device. So it's a great thing in my opinion, even though this device doesn't have any physical LED notification light, but it has those IR sensors which works always and works really well. So no issues regarding these sensors. And I would say all the manufacturers should do this and implement these sensors on their device, so that you don't have to pick up the device to see the notification. You can instantly just wave your hands and see all the notification which were arrived. So that's a great thing in my opinion. Next thing is the camera. This device has a 13 megapixel f1.8 lens which has an optical image stabilization and laser autofocusing system. So it's a great implementation, I would say. The camera quality is really good with this device. Even you can shoot 4K videos at 30 frames per second and 1080p videos at 30 and 60 frames per second. So camera performance is really good. Even in low lighting or in artificial lighting or natural lighting, this camera performs really well. And the best part is the low lighting performance of this camera is really good. As you can see, it has all the options like video recording in 4K or full HD 1080p at 60 frames or 30 frames, or HD videos at 720p or and lower than that. It provides all the options for your camera requirements. So it's a great thing in my opinion. Also, this camera has a HDR mode. Through that you can enhance the quality of your picture. So let me show you some of the sample shots that I shot around my office so that you can have a better idea. These were shot in the natural lighting condition. This was shot in a natural lighting condition with that bokeh effect or background blurred. Due to that f1.8 lens, you can easily get that bokeh effect without having a dual camera setup. This was shot in indoor lighting conditions. This was shot in low lighting conditions. And this was shot in night using the flash. As you can see, the pictures are really good. Even in the dark, the pictures come out to be really good with the flash. So no issues regarding the camera. The camera is really good on this device. Next thing is the fingerprint scanner. It has a front mounted fingerprint scanner, I must say the fingerprint scanner is really accurate and very fast also. As you can see, I have to just tap in and it unlocks. So no issues regarding the fingerprint scanner. Also, the general performance of this device is really good. As you can see, I have tons and tons of apps running in the background. But after that also, the device has no lag whatsoever. It runs very well with all the things I threw on it. Even I tested it with some of the heavy games. So it works with them also very well. So no issues regarding the general performance as well as gaming with this device. Next thing is the fast charging support. Yes, this device has a fast charging support also. It comes with a 2600 mAh battery, and I would say it approximately charges in 1 hour or 1 hour 20 minutes from 0 to 100. So you don't have to worry regarding that, as it has a fast charging support. Next thing is the audio output. This device doesn't have any 3.5mm headphone jack. It only has a USB Type-C port at the bottom, and Motorola has provided a adapter from USB Type-C to 3.5mm headphone jack. And the audio output which I was getting from that adapter or USB Type-C port was really good. I even didn't felt that the audio was coming from a USB Type-C port instead of 3.5mm headphone jack. So no issues regarding the audio output with this device. Next thing is the negative aspects. Next thing is the fast charging support. Yes, this device has a fast charging support also. It comes with a 2600 mAh battery, and I would say it approximately charges in 1 hour or 1 hour 20 minutes from 0 to 100. So you don't have to worry regarding that, as it has a fast charging support. Next thing is the audio output. This device doesn't have any 3.5mm headphone jack. It only has a USB Type-C port at the bottom, and Motorola has provided a adapter from USB Type-C to 3.5mm headphone jack. And the audio output which I was getting from that adapter or USB Type-C port was really good. I even didn't felt that the audio was coming from a USB Type-C port instead of 3.5mm headphone jack. So no issues regarding the audio output with this device. Now let's jump into the negative aspects of this device. The first thing is the speaker output. It has a single speaker setup, and I would say the speaker output which I was getting was a bit low. I always felt that it has 2 more levels to maximize the volume. So if it has a dual speaker setup, it would be much more better than a single speaker. Next thing is the no physical LED notification light. Yes, this device doesn't have any physical LED notification light, but this device has 2 IR sensors which are present on the bottom of the device. So I would say it gets the job done, but the presence of a physical LED notification light makes the jobs more easier. You can directly see your notification without waving your hand. Next thing is the headphone jack. This device doesn't have any 3.5mm headphone jack. This device is so slim that it has hardly any space for a USB Type-C port which is present on the bottom of this device. And Motorola has included an adapter from USB Type-C port to a 3.5mm audio jack. But I would say the absence of a 3.5mm headphone jack is always felt. You can't use your accessories which have a 3.5mm jack without carrying the adapter from a USB Type-C to 3.5mm audio jack. Next thing is a camera bump. This device has a 13 megapixel camera, but I would say the camera bump is very huge in my opinion. Whenever you put your device directly on the table like this, it always touches the lens over this. So I would say always use a style shell which is provided in the box, so that the chances of scratching your lens is lesser than without using a style shell. Next thing is the Hybrid SIM card slot. This device has a hybrid sort of solution. You can't use dual SIM with a micro SD card. You can use either single SIM and a micro SD card or a dual SIM cards. So it would be much better if it has a dedicated slot for a SD card, but it's not there. Next thing is the battery life. This device has a 2600 milliampere battery, and I would say the battery life is not that great in my opinion. If you are sort of casual user, then it could easily last you for a full working day, but if you are sort of any heavy user, then you might have to top it up in the evenings, as you can see from the screenshots. Next thing is the heating issue. As you know, this device is made entirely up of metal, so at times this device feels pretty warm when you push the device really hard or does some heavy gaming. But nowadays the devices are made up of metal, and these are normal with these devices which are made up of metal. As you know, the metal transmits the heats very easily, so at times it feels pretty warm when you push the device really hard. So it's not sort of a big issue in my opinion. Also, I will provide a link in the YouTube description area for Flipkart. So if you are purchasing the device from Flipkart, please use my links. It does help the channel. So that's it now for this full review of Motorola Moto Z. If you have any other specific questions, do post your questions in the YouTube comment section below, and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching. This is Binay. It's bye for now, and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.